Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Town of South Kingstown Town Council meeting. Today is May 22nd, and I'd like to start with the pledge to the flag. If we have Kate or Alessandra from the Girl Scout Gold Awards, I would ask them to come up to the podium and lead us in the pledge tonight. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you would just stay up here, I would like to read your proclamation and embarrass you in front of everybody because you deserve it. Let me just get to the page. Okay. Whereas Elisandra? No. Okay. Larlam has devoted her time and her energy to complete the requirements of and participate in such a worthwhile organization as the Girl Scouts of the United States of America, and whereas she has met the challenges of the Girl Scout program and developed her courage, confidence, and character. She has demonstrated self-discipline, time management skills, originality, and initiative. And whereas she has practiced daily the ideals of Girl Scouting and discovered her own values, her knowledge and skills to explore this world, connected with her community, and has taken action to make the world a better place. And whereas Alessandra established a mentoring program at the Met School for her project, providing positive role models and one-on-one attention and support for the students. And whereas she has earned the highest honor in Girl Scouting, congratulations, by achieving the Gold Award, bringing pride to herself and honor to her troop number 190, her family, and her community. May this be a preview of her future dedication to a purpose and service to pursue until she accomplishes the goal she is seeking. Now, therefore, we, the Town Council of the Town of South Kingstown, do hereby extend our congratulations for a job well done and best wishes for success in all of your future endeavors. Great job. And at this time, I would like to move item 12A up to the agenda, which is a proclamation for Milt Reed that I would like to present, if Milt is here. Hey, Milt, good to see you. How are you? Good to see you. Well, it's my privilege to be here to honor you tonight. Meg Healy, my pleasure. Well, it's my pleasure to be here to honor you tonight with a proclamation. Whereas H. Milton Reed, Jr. was born August 16, 1933, to H. Milton Sr. and Margaret Reed in West Warwick, where he spent his first 30 years before moving to South Kingstown in 1963. And whereas he married Nancy E. Nelson, I know she's here, in 1955, and subsequently they became parents of 4 sons and are now the proud grandparents of 11 and great-grandparents of 2. Whereas he served his country in the Army from 1954 to 1956 and 22 years in the reserves, retiring as a colonel, and earned a bachelor's degree from the University of Rhode Island, majoring in business and preparing him for a career in banking, subsequently spending 24 years of dedicated service with Hospital Trust and 15 years with Washington Trust before retiring in 1998. And whereas Milt served as a member of the trustees of the South Kingstown School Funds from August 1985 to June 2015, having served in several other capacities for the town and this community, including member of the South Kingstown Planning Board, the Lions Club, the South County Community Action, and co-chair of the Bicentennial Committee in 1975. Whereas during Milt's tenure as the trustee of the South Kingstown School Funds, he devoted his time and his energy to assist and oversee the investment objectives and policies of the school funds and witness the fund's growth quadruple in value from $4,046,220 to $24,979, due in part to his knowledge and his expertise in the investment banking industry. Milt is respected by all who know him for his integrity, his gentle nature, his kind soul, his vibrant laugh, but also as a man who gave freely of his time and his knowledge for the community over the past 30 years. Whereas he will now have the time to enjoy the company of his lovely wife and his family and enjoy some leisure time over a nice cup of coffee and some very good conversation. Now, therefore, we, the Town Council of the Town of South Kingstown, feeling extremely confident that we speak also for all town councils he has served, extend our sincere thanks and appreciation for his dedication, expertise, and service to the community, and we wish him well in all of his future endeavors. Thank you, Milt. At this point, I did understand that there might be one or two. Oh, yes. If there's anybody who would like to come forward to the podium and state your name to speak.
Hi, I'm Terry Simpson. I'm here to say all of those wonderful words on the proclamation are words on a piece of paper. I spent a lot of time with Milt. I served with him at least on one of those committees, and I'm here to tell you personally that he's a wonderful man. Not only did he bring great knowledge, but he is a gentleman of the old school, and it was my great pleasure to serve with him on that committee. He always had a smile on his face. He always had pointed questions. I think he wants everybody to know that when we started, he had to pick all of those stocks that were in the portfolio. Back then it was a little easier. We only had a Fortune 50 when he started. Now it's up to 500. But he did great service to the town, and I personally just wanted to be here to say that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Milt.
I'll make a motion to approve items 12A and C.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Dale, could we please have the roll call?
Council President Healy.
Here?
Council Vice President Collins.
Here.
Councilman DeCruz.
Here.
Councilwoman Gledhill.
Here.
Councilman Vealy. All members present.
Thank you. Moving on to item 4. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meetings, A, B, and C?
Motion to approve agenda item 4, A, B, and C.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Seeing no oppositions, that motion passes. Moving on to 6A, a resolution granting a class...
Consent agenda.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the consent agenda. Item number 5, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Moving on to item 6A, a resolution granting a Class F 19-hour beverage license to the Contemporary Theater Company for the Wakefield Idol Concert to be held on Sunday, June 4th, from 4:30 to 8 p.m. at the theater on Main Street, 321. Application by Terrence Simpson, President. Did you want to come up and speak to this?
Thank you. Hopefully you're all familiar with us at the Contemporary Theater on Main Street. For the past 4 years, we've run a Wakefield Idol music contest. It's been, last year it was 10 weeks. We had 60 contestants going through 10 weeks of competition, and I think it was a wonderful time, wonderful performances for the people in the community. We filled our theater, we filled people at Phil's Restaurant, and it was a great success. And we thought we would bring many of those singers back to perform on the patio, not inside the building, but on the patio, on the Saugatucket, in the building and back, and we're going to have a concert for 3 hours. It will be a paid event for people who want to come in and sit, but those on the bridge, those walking around town will be able to hear it for free, and we would like to be able to serve beer and wine during that performance.
Excuse me, Joe, you're recusing on both this A and B?
A and B, yes, as a member of the board of the theater.
I just want to get that on the record. Thank you.
Thank you.
Be happy to answer any questions.
Terry, I love the Wakefield Idol series. I go to it every year, and it's just so great that it brings in so many people from different communities. I know we had some performers from Connecticut, and then their families come, and I just think it's a great way to spotlight our downtown, and I love that you guys are capitalizing on this with this concert. I just was curious, how do you plan to contain the area where the beverages are going to be sold?
Well, the service will be on the patio in the back. We'll set up sawhorses and banners, barriers to keep the alcohol on the patio. We have qualified bartenders. As you know, we have a liquor license inside the theater. It's really Phil's, but we have trained bartenders, and they know how to properly serve.
And you're not going to play music past 8 p.m.?
On that day, not past 8 p.m., no. So it should be over when the sun goes down.
Awesome.
I just have a question, and no ill will. In the event of rain, will the theater be available if you need to move people inside?
I presume that it will. We won't be competing with ourselves. We just want to take advantage of the patio to do something
Absolutely.
outside.
I'm sure you'll see a few of us there.
Thank you.
So would there be a rain date, or?
No, it'll be that day. All our other weekend days are filled.
Any other questions?
It's not going to rain.
Not going to rain.
Let's be positive. We have enough already.
We'll go inside, so.
Do I hear a
I'll
motion?
make a motion to approve items 6A and B.
All those in favor? Oh, we have a second.
Can we, second, are we allowed to approve item B too if it's for a different event? Mike? Or do we need to approve them separately? Oh, great. Perfect. So I seconded it.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Seeing no abstention, the motion carries.
A and B?
A and
Thank
B.
you. But I would be remiss if I didn't take the opportunity to tell you briefly about the B event. We've put together an improv festival. We do a lot of improv. We have classes. We have performances. We bring in people from other areas. On this one, it is a 6-day performance running Wednesday. Is that 6? Through Sunday? 5. And we have people coming from London, England. We have people from Alaska, from Texas, from the West Coast, from Georgia. So a lot of different people coming in, and I would be happy to leave information, if I may, when I'm finished, approach you and just give you a card so it has the schedule of events. But thank you for approving it.
Thank you.
Please.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. Item number 6C, a resolution granting a miscellaneous permit to conduct a portion of the Rolling for Homes Motorcycle and Jeep Run fundraiser in South Kingstown on Saturday, July 29th, to Habitat for Humanity West Bay and Northern Rhode Island, subject to the execution of a hold harmless agreement indemnifying the town, issuance of a certificate of insurance naming the town as an additional insured for the event in the amounts specified by the finance director, approval by the town's Traffic and Transportation Review Committee and the Rhode Island Department of Transportation. Proceeds will benefit their Veterans Build program. Application by Amy Gates, who is a board member. Is somebody here to speak on their behalf? Please come up to the podium. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm a little new at this.
That's all right. We don't bite.
I'm not sure what your standard operating procedures are. I attended a traffic meeting.
Are you Amy, by the way?
I am. I'm sorry. Yeah, Amy Gates.
Thank you.
A board member for Habitat for Humanity, West Bay and Northern Rhode Island. This run is starting and ending at Dan's Place on Saturday, July 29th. We are going to be coming through your area at approximately 11:30, where Route 2 and 138 meet, and exiting up at Route 1 and 138 at approximately 11:40. We are not stopping at all during this period of time. Matter of fact, the only stop that we're doing is at the Beavertail Lighthouse, which is our midpoint for a 68-mile road trip. This is leaving in the morning. This is not a poker run. There is no stops at any bar anywhere in the middle. Beavertail, we're serving water and snacks and letting everybody use the restrooms there, and then head back up to Dan's Place. I attended the traffic meeting last week. I believe I got some good response from there. They seem to have approved it. What I have in question is in regards to the insurance. I've gotten 3 quotes for the insurance. 2 of those quotes have actually been denied because the issue is, what is the risk? We are not stopping anywhere, and people have their own automobile insurance and motorcycle insurance. The one quote that I did get was for $500 on a $2 million policy. So for a nonprofit organization, $500 is a lot for us to pay for. We're also paying for a state parks permit at Beavertail, which is another added cost. So we certainly are prepared to do whatever it is necessary, but would ask for some consideration on that, seeing how we are not stopping, and we're going to be coming through just a matter of 10 minutes.
When you say not stopping, you're stopping for traffic signals and all that stuff, so is it?
Oh, of course. The Traffic Council has said that they're going to escort us from Route 2 and 138 all the way up to Route 1 and 138. And then we have experienced people who will be helping the officer on duty blocking certain intersections as well. But yes, of course, if we come to a red light, we're going to stop.
Unless you're asked to go through.
Yes, sir.
Mike, I don't want to put you on the spot. Do we need some clarification on the insurance part of the...
My understanding is that the police department is involved, that there are going to be intersections, so there is a public safety issue there, and so therefore we're going to need the insurance.
What I would say, too, is that if you approve it, have it come to my office for final approval as far as the insurance. One of the things I want to check with is with the trust as to whether or not their program can provide for the insurance. There is liability. Trish had checked with our insurer, and because there are people that are going to be in roads, stopping traffic, that type of thing, there is a limited amount of liability. It's there, but there's still liability. Let us talk with the trust, but if not, they're going to need to get the policy.
May I also add that we will be taking out a general liability $1 million policy for the event itself. So I don't know if that is something that you'd consider as well.
Perhaps you could get that policy to just name the town as an additional insured for a very small amount.
If you can get us named as an additional insured, what I would have you do is to contact the finance director here in South Kingstown, Chris Sunderland, and she can review the insurance needs that the town must have coverage for.
Chris Sunderland?
Yes.
She's
Trish.
Trish?
Trish, yes.
Trish, okay, thank you.
She's right here.
He's right there, Ron.
Oh, hey, Trish, how are you? Nice to meet you. You're the finance director? All right.
It sounds like a great event otherwise, though.
Yeah, it's a really humbling experience. It's the first time I've done this. I was in the service for 7 years, and I've been tasked by this chapter to bring awareness and funding to this program.
Oh, thank you for your service.
Which towns will you be going through?
Oh, by the way, yes, I have a waiver and release form that I'm going to be having everyone sign that specifically does name. Would you like a copy of this?
I think that would
A
probably
waiver
go to
and
the
release form? That does hold harmless West Greenwich, Richmond, South Kingstown, Jamestown, North Kingstown, and Exeter.
Are we the only town you had to go in front of the council for?
Yes, sir. And the only ones requiring extra insurance.
Do we have any questions here at the table?
I'd make a motion we approve item 6C, sorry.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Seeing
And-
no
and
opposition?
this
the
is
motion-
pending myself talking with
Yes.
Rick.
Yep.
Yes. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Moving forward to item 7 under Communications C. A communication dated May 16th, 2017, from the Recreation Commission inviting the Town Council to the ribbon cutting and grand opening of the new Community Recreation Center on Saturday, June 3rd at 11 a.m. is received, placed on file, and we further direct as follows.
All excited about the opening of the rec center. I hope to be there.
It was Terry.
I'll be there.
But I would make a motion to place this on file, and then hope that we all show up.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Let's move on. Item D, a resolution adopted on May 9th, 2017 by the South Kingstown School Committee in support of House Bill H6145 that would require charter schools to include municipal representatives on their board of governors is received and placed on file, and we further direct as follows.
Make a motion to place agenda item 7D on file.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Moving on to item number 8, this is the time that we look for comments from interested citizens. If you wish to come up to the podium and state your name, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, we certainly welcome the opportunity to speak with you.
We're looking at you, Bill. No prayer.
Not tonight.
Meg, I did have just a quick comment to say. I went to the URI commencement this weekend, and I was just so inspired by some of the speakers that they had and some of the graduates from URI that come back to Rhode Island and specifically to South Kingstown and talk about how critical URI was in their professional development. A Peabody Award winner, Pulitzer Prize winners, correspondents for CBS News. I just think that again, we already know it, but we're so lucky to have URI, and they're really producing some incredible people, and it's great to see them come back and honor our community and give it praise for what it is. So it was a great event, and I'm just so lucky that we have them.
Thank you, Liz.
Oh, and thank you for allowing me to present the awards to the Girl Scouts. I know that Alessandra left, but hearing about some of their projects in person, and very humbly, they didn't she didn't even mention she got congressional citations from Congressman Cicilline and Langevin for their accomplishments. So just another example of the Girl Scouts in South Kingstown that are so active and producing these wonderful young women who I'm sure are going to be great leaders in our community. So it was a great thing to see.
Thank you, Liz. Anybody else would like to speak? Seeing none, let's move on to Steve. You're on the air.
The only item I wanted to reference tonight was the report that was filed for the annual report for the police department. I think that it provides an excellent description of what the department has dealt with over the course of the year, where things are in terms of the types of crimes that we see in a community like South Kingstown, as well as the training programs and accreditation issues that we're dealing with within the department. Certainly, if there's questions the council has, I'd be glad to go over the report at a later time. If not, if the council has questions of me, either that or I would yield the floor to the solicitor.
Any questions?
No questions.
Moving on, let's move to item number 10, Town Solicitor.
Just to let you know that we have filed in Superior Court that complaint for injunctive relief with regard to Farmhouse by the Sea, and we're in the process of seeking a date with the judge. I'll keep you advised as to what happens.
Okay, thank you. Appointments, do we have any tonight, or are we deferring them till we have the last?
I'll make a resolution to appoint Bill Mark to the Zoning Board of Review for a term to expire March of 2020.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any oppositions? Seeing none, that motion carries. Let's move on. I just want to recognize, I know Kate DeBoer was not here tonight. She also was involved with the Girl Scouts Gold Award. And she has devoted her time and energy to complete the requirements and participate in such a worthwhile organization as the Girl Scouts of the United States of America. She's met all the challenges of the Girl Scout program and devoted her courage, confidence, and character. She has demonstrated self-discipline, time management skills, originality, and initiative. She has practiced the daily values and ideals of Girl Scouting and discovered her own values, knowledge, and skills to explore the world connected in her community, and has taken action to make the world a better place. Her project was centered on healthy living, promoting growth, knowledge, and personal well-being, and she has earned the highest honor in Girl Scouting by achieving the Gold Award, bringing her pride to both herself and the honor of her troop 190, additionally her family, and to her community. May this be a preview of her future dedication and purpose to service. I just wanted to acknowledge that, and I ask the council to accept that by a motion.
Motion to approve item 12B.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Let's see, the Masons, our consent agenda. Let's move on to page 8E. A resolution authorizing an award of bid to Liberty Chevrolet in Wakefield, Massachusetts for 2017 Chevrolet CK 35903 utility body truck and whatever this says, Napheed 8-foot service body and bed liner in an amount not to exceed $30,890, including trade-ins. And as further described in a memorandum from the communications superintendent to the town manager, which was dated May 9th, and entitled Bid Recommendation 1-Ton Utility Body Truck, Fire Alarm Division.
Liberty Chevrolet was the sole bidder and therefore the lowest qualified bidder for the purchase of this vehicle. Recommend approval as presented in Mr. Whaley's memorandum.
Motion to approve item 12E as presented.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Seeing no oppositions, that motion carries. Moving on to G, which is a resolution authorizing an award of contract to Atlantic Tactical 763 Corporate Circle in Pennsylvania for the purchase of a soft body armor per the unit pricing available in the state of Massachusetts Public Safety Equipment, Supplies, Services, and Repairs, which is a statewide contract for a period through December 31st, 2018, with the option to extend through December 31st, 2020, and as further described in a memorandum from the interim police chief to the town manager dated May 15th.
As I noted in the pre-session, we have done business with Atlantic Tactical for several years. What we're looking at is an extension of that contract using the master price agreement from Massachusetts. We have reviewed master price agreement availability of the state of Rhode Island. The prices are preferred in the Massachusetts MPA. We recommend the council approve as presented in Chief Jaber's memorandum.
Motion to approve 13G.
Second.
Any further discussion?
12. I was like,
12G.
second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any oppositions? Seeing none, that motion carries. Moving on to H, a resolution amending the solid waste user fee for residential refuse tags from $1.80 to $2 per tag, effective July 1st, 2017, and amending the town's schedule of fees as further described in a memorandum from the Public Services Director to the town manager dated May 9th, 2017.
As noted in the Public Services Director's memorandum, the state will be charging an additional $7.40 per ton for disposal of trash at the Rhode Island Resource Recovery Facility. This translates into a need for additional bag tag costing. We're looking to increase from the $1.80 to $2 a tag, or a 20-cent per tag increase, effective July 1st of 2017. This is in accord with the budget that has been adopted by the council last month.
Steve, when was the last time we had an increase on our bag tags?
They've gone up over the last few years. I think they've been stable. The contract that we have with the company that operates the transfer station requires an annual increase as far as the fees that we pay them. So there's been, I think, small 5 to 10 cent increases that have occurred. This is the largest one that we've seen, but again, based on the $7.40 increase per ton delivery, we need to get that increase up. It would average out in itself that increase of about 15 cents per bag tag in additional fee requirements.
Sounds like it's necessary, and certainly don't take it lightly. I know people have some pretty strong feelings about their bag tags, so I'm sure we'll hear about it, but I understand it's something that we have to do to absorb that cost. So I make a motion that we approve item 12H as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Seeing no oppositions, that motion does carry. Moving on to I, a resolution establishing the following wastewater user fees effective July 1st of 2017 as follows, and amending the town's schedule of fees as further described in a memorandum from the Public Services Director to the town manager dated May 9th. Minimum in advance, $255 per 10,000 cubic foot per year per unit. Excess charge over 10,000 cubic feet, $3.40 per 100 per cubic foot.
The increase that we're looking at is going from $240 a year to $255, or a $15 increase. The excess fees will be going up from $3.25 to the $3.40. The major reason for the increase is a major cost increase that will be experienced in the 17-18 year for the cost of sludge disposal. Sludge disposal from the wastewater treatment plant will go up by over $100,000 in that year. So with that, the fees are required to increase for us to maintain a balanced program. I would be remiss if I didn't also indicate that the fees that South Kingstown charges for residential sewer charges is the lowest in the state. Even at a rate of $255, the next closest is $300. The average fees are probably in the $450 to $500 range. We hate to see the increase in the fees, but based on the costs that are increasing that we have no control over, this is the only responsible action we can take.
Motion to approve item 12I as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Seeing no oppositions, that motion carries. Anything else to
To adjourn.
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 8:07.